Beer for Breakfast Morning Show is brought to you by Ground Up Remodeling. Tim will take care of your needs from the ground up. Truly one of the best in Lake Placid, and we wouldn't let anyone else work on our handyman or home improvement needs. Call Tim today.
Music. So we'll get it tomorrow. What the fuck else is muted? Oh, here you go. Oh, good morning. Oh, good morning. Hold on, not yet.
It's Thirsty Thursday, grab a glass, craft brews flowing, raising them fast. From the backwoods burn without warning, to mild craft beer, testing this morning. IPA, stout, a crisp pale ale, a shine. Small town runs gotta taste so fine. Local hops, or a nationwide treat. We bring the flavor straight to your seat. IPA, stout, crisp pale ale, or shine. Small town runs gotta taste so fine. Local hops, or a nationwide treat. We bring the flavor straight to your seat. It's Thirsty Thursday, grab a can, jar, or glass. Craft brews flowing, raising them fast. From the backwoods burn without warning, to mild craft beer testing this morning. Crack and sip it, tell us what you think. Is it smooth, is it bold, is it made to drink? So tune in, boys, and don't be late. Thirsty Thursday, on beer for breakfast, hurry, don't wait.
Alcohol volume. I love
this. Ron writes the songs that make Tim tap his size 15-foot toes. On Thursdays, Tim tests new craft brews just to let you know. From moonshine to craft beers, that's our Thursday show. If the government's listening, Ron says, I got something for you to blow. From the ground up, remodeling, Tim keeps your house in shape. But until then, let's talk about life and fishing out here on the lake. Baiting catfish lines, searching Bigfoot signs, and why snap-on tools never break. While Ron swears that all politicians work for the deep state. It's beer for breakfast, pull up a chair. Two good old boys with wisdom to share. From moonshine stills to hammering nails. Tune in each morning for tall beers and tales. Tim's got a plan and a saw in his hand. If it's broke, he can fix it. He's the man. Ron's in the swamp dodging satellites, saying if they find my still boys, it's time to fight. Oh, the uncomfortable Robin from the 51st state. Well, he might stop by and tell us Canada's fate. We don't understand his language much and he's always late. But at least that Canadian man doesn't call us mate. Yeah. Oh yeah. So grab a cold one, start your day right with Tim and Ron, bringing fun to your life. Beer for breakfast, it's the place to be. Talking off the grid living, and no, it ain't free. Beer for breakfast, pull up a chair. Two good old boys with wisdom to share. From moonshine stills to hammering nails. Tune in each morning, fun for tall beers and tales. The uncomfortable Robin from the 51st state. Well, he might stop by and tell us Canada's fate. We don't understand
understand his language much, and he's always late. But at least that Canadian man doesn't call us mate. Whoa, yeah. Doesn't call us mate. Yeah. So grab a cold one, start your day right. With Tim and Ron, bringing fun to your life. Beer for breakfast is the place to be. Talking off the grid living, and no, it ain't free.
Very good.
Beer for Breakfast Morning Show is brought to you by Ground Up Remodeling. Tim will take care of your needs from the ground up. Truly one of the best in Lake Placid, and we wouldn't let anyone else work on our handyman or home improvement needs. Call Tim today.
Drinking in the AM's a sin. Old Cracker's just hanging with his old friend. Beer for breakfast, what I said. Beer for breakfast, make it two. Pop that top, pop that top, pop that top again. Pop that top, pop that top, pop that top again. Again on. Pop that top. Again on. Sun pounding on your head. Beer, take care of that. Beer for breakfast, that's what I said. Beer for breakfast, make it two. Pop that top, that's what I said. Beer for breakfast, make it two. Pop that top again. Pop that top, pop that top, pop that top again. Again on. That top. Again on. Beer for breakfast, that's what I said. Beer for breakfast, make it two. Beer's bitchin', abounding up. Incentive when that morning comes. Beer for breakfast. Amen.
Oh, yeah, you'll see why. And here we are. Hold on, I think. Yeah, here we are. Live and local from Lake Placid, Florida. It is taste test Thursday. Thursday, we're going to do the 8.1% alcohol by volume, high gravity, still reserved. 8.1. That's pretty good.
Gotta knock your socks off.
We're going to find out. My question is, should we start with that or finish with that?
Well, let's start with it.
Alrighty. Hold
Are
on.
you sure we're being heard?
Not yet. Are we being heard? Hold on. I got my, let me remove this. Yeah, that's the beer for breakfast. See, everything is doohickeyin.
Mike's on, yeah. Okay.
Hold on, but this is how me and Tim have to check everything. Sometimes everything gets crazy.
We're live.
Yep, we're live. All right, so
Yeah, some people go test 1, 2, 3. You
yeah,
go hooty hoo.
yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know where that came from. That might have came from Sean. Sean is old cracker. That's his real name.
All right, ready to get this party
We're
started?
well, this is a real party. This is still reserved. Hold on. High gravity, still reserved. 8.1% alcohol by volume. It's a tall boy. And still reserved 211. Get
All
it.
right. Ready, set, fire.
It's delicious.
All right.
It's not going to be as good without pig's feet, but it's a little hoppy.
That is good.
It's very good. It's very good.
It's smooth, yet it's
Good.
stout.
It's good. And it's a lager, you know.
Yeah, I like a little log in my beer.
I'll tell you that I bought 4 of them and I drank 2 and I had to stop and start drinking bourbon because I was like, wait a minute, if we don't have 2 to drink, then
We ain't got none to test.
then I can't do a thirsty Thursday. And today is farm fresh for this sheer reason.
This is about how close we can get to him.
Oh, well, there's that.
That's my little squirrel. He's not too sure about how he feels about it.
He's eating right there. Things like, okay, you're a little too close up on me.
Yep. Well, we're gonna go see the. We're gonna go see the handrail that my buddy Tim put on my deck back here.
That's pretty fucking good, dude. I could drink
Sure
that.
looks nice.
If I could afford it, I could drink it.
I hear that.
God, that got a good flavor. You know you're drinking beer when you're drinking that beer.
He did a great job.
It was frozen
Great job.
when I got it. Because I was talking to Joe.
Can actually do a little bit of fishing out here now.
The beach.
It's cleaned up a little bit.
I'm like, shit. I put them in the refrigerator as soon as I got home. They were
Not a bad looking little place. Not a bad looking little place. You know, it's all the way back to the house.
We hear that song, can't we? I'm gonna get YouTube hit for that.
And this is why I get mad at myself for not going fishing. This is literally
No, you
how
can't.
far it is to our Beer for Breakfast morning show studio.
And yeah, anyway, this is why it's called Farm Fresh Thursday. Because we're on the farm today. And that's live streaming. There you go. Ah, mess it up. There it is. There it is. You can watch the ripples in the thing. It's better than monkey's duck. So anyway, Tim, how are you doing? This is very good here.
Yeah, I'm doing well, thank you. Oh, look, there's even a fish.
Yeah, well, no, they're all over out there.
Beautiful.
She said today, she goes, well, now that I got the rail, what do I need?
Now I need a ramp.
Well, yeah, but
That's short work.
she said, what do I need? I said, well, you know, something for the fish to eat.
Fishing pole and some bait.
I got fishing pole. Hell, we can go. You got 600 at your house. Between mine and yours, we could fish the whole fucking lake out in 20 minutes.
Yeah, with 20 different poles.
Oh, everywhere.
Just have them swinging their wind. It's actually kind of a nice brisk morning, but not cold. I could go another 5 degrees warmer though.
Jesus Christ, sound like a cancer patient. This is what happens when I get a cold. I get short of breath. And the pollen count, by the way, today is somewhere around 80.
Yep, and it's a 62 degrees, all sun today. It's going to get up to 83.
So I had to venture out into the wild yesterday to go get stuff for our beer for breakfast taste test. I talked to a local brewery. They seem pretty nice. They kind of predict, but they don't open until 4.
Yeah, that's how those guys are.
And then I was trying to talk to them online, and I'm like, okay, so I was talking back and forth. First of all, they said, we're going to answer you via email. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So then he starts answering me there in the app on the website. And I'm like, well, shit. All right, then. Here's what I need. But then Tony, our producer, I'm like, look, dude, I want to get 6 beers. If you only sell them in a draft because they're a brewer, right? I said I'll put them in. I've got a glass tea jug.
Yeah.
And fuck it, I'll just put it in that. That way I can fill it tight and it'll be fresh in the morning. He goes, no, we can make a beer and we cap them there and do everything.
Phenomenal feat.
No, well, no, because I said I'll buy 6. I said I don't want nothing for free. I said I'll be honest with you. I said my 365,000 subscribers, most of them have no idea where the fuck Lake Placid, Florida is. So I mean, I don't expect you to give me the beer for free. So I'll go buy it, right? But he got kind of snotty with me, and I don't deal with that.
Yeah, that always sets me on a negative
Yeah,
feeling.
because I was just trying to
Trying to help them and help ourselves.
I'm
at
just
the same
trying to
time.
just have a good time and just say, look, man, I'll buy your shit.
Mhm.
But when I'm asking you what time do you open, and then and I got things to do, and I had to go buy pig's feet that I can't find. They stopped making my pig's feet. However, they say that Walmart can order them, so I don't understand how that works. So I told Tony, I said, order a gallon. He goes, would you rather a case? I said, yes, I would rather a case.
You will eat all them?
I said, fuck, are you kidding me? And when Tony orders a case, I'll probably end up with 12 cases because he orders one jar of those things that you like. Those that's what we got taste
6
test.
bottles of them.
You know what? We are going to taste test today. We're going to taste test these weird fucking hot ass pickled things that my wife bought that Tim's loves.
Careful on the F-bomb.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't want to get us in deep trouble.
Well, no, I can say it. I'm not monetized, so it doesn't matter.
So no matter.
I've never gotten a challenge. Everybody else that says with a little blue thing underneath, they're talking about vaccines or they're talking about drugs. They're talking. Mine doesn't say shit.
Well,
Now, me and Tim are golden, but here's the problem.
our gold's made of copper.
Here's the problem. My channel is known for YouTube Shorts. I became the number 2 channel worldwide. No, the number 1 channel worldwide, the number 2 channel in America, according to Knox Influencer, because of my short video.
That's very cool.
It was, and I can prove that. I've shown it to you.
Oh,
more than
yeah,
once.
I've seen it, yeah.
I mean, it's definitely documented. But then they didn't like my videos because some of them were violent. Some of them were white guys beating up black guys with a gun. They didn't like that because you couldn't let the black guy win or the white guy
Can't say a
win.
gun either.
Well, and I even blocked the gun out.
You know, the dumb thing is, news put guns on every day. We just can't do it. I don't get that whole deal, but it is what it is.
I have to do a private chat at night for PTSD, my military buddies.
How's
And
that going? Well,
Yeah, all right, but I have to make that private because we say suicide because suicide's a reality in life.
oh, can't say it.
We're not monetized.
I know, but you still don't want to do that.
But you can't say that in real life. So I have to make this whole thing, and I get
We got to dumb it down, as they say.
I mean, it has to be private, so I can't monetize it, and I get more views on that than I get on all my videos because I got people in my chat going, it's spinning like a top. And a lot of times I have people that come in and talk to me. You always think at night, you're like, damn, I hear Ron talking to himself. No, I'm not. I'm just
Well, this morning I heard you clapping and carrying out over here. And I'm
saying
like,
the shit. I was getting that
what
shit.
the hell is this guy up to at
Tony's like,
5:30 in the morning?
Tony's like, how many times are you going to listen to it? I said, until I got it right. I got to get it right. But yeah, I was out here having a good time. And again, this still reserved in first name.
No, that's some good beer right there.
Mm-hmm.
A little on the pricey side, but
I don't
worth
even
every
remember how
penny.
much I paid for it.
Well, I would say probably $8 to $10 for a 4-pack.
Yeah, it was only a 4-pack, and I'm sad about that.
Well, you know they sell
But it's
more than
called-
one 4-pack.
But it's called high gravity.
Yeah, I
And
don't.
so
It makes you feel like you're dragging your ass in the dirt.
I went in there last night at like 11:30, and I grabbed a can of it. And Tony goes, "Already? You can't wait till morning?" I said, "No, this is not to drink. This is to go show Robin."
You're right.
No, I really was.
That worked out well. I bet you popped it within 5 minutes.
No, I took it back in there, put it back in the refrigerator. I didn't pop.
What a guy.
Yeah, I didn't pop the first one until I ran out of coffee. But I couldn't for some
Just in
reason.
case you don't know, his nights are our days.
Yeah, I wake up it's already like 5 o'clock in the afternoon to me.
I was thinking about you at about 3:10 this morning, going, if I could just survive my day during the daylight hours and go have a drink at 3:30 in the morning and bullshit with you, it would be a great accomplishment. But I know I couldn't. I wasn't sleeping worth a shit last
You
night.
should have come the fuck over. We could have hung out and talked to Monkey together.
Oh, that's all I need.
And
My
then
wife wakes up,
me and
finds
you and
me
Monkey
gone.
and Jack was talking shit.
She's getting on my shit for drinking too much as it is.
Yeah, I was shocked because she said some smart ass shit to me in the store, so I just started talking smart ass shit back to her.
There you go. Oh, she got a new cup from friends of ours up in Michigan or something. They sent her like a little surprise gift pack of stuff. And she got what would be about the size of our 16-ounce beer cans. It's a little clear glass mug with a glass straw and a wooden topper. And it says it takes 49 muscles to frown. It only takes 4 muscles to flip someone off.
Yeah, that's her. They know her. They know they know her well.
Oh yeah, we're all.
Well, because she's like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" And I was like, and I don't even know who she is at first. I look back and I'm like, because I'm not gonna lie, she's good looking. So I'm like, hey. Oh, then I realized it's Jody. I'm like, oh, okay.
I can't hit on
I
that.
can't flirt with her because then my best friend will beat me in the ass. And just kick my
Nah,
ass.
she told me I could run around with a girlfriend if I wanted to.
Yeah, well, you say that, but I don't think she agrees with that.
Yeah, I think if a push come to shove, I don't think it'd go too far.
I don't know, but my wife would never give me that because
She knows you'd follow through. My wife knows I can't satisfy more than one woman at a time, and I can barely handle that one.
Oh, no, man. I'm telling you, when AOL chat was a thing.
You know, pride is a terrible thing. You know, make you think you're something you're not.
I don't have pride anymore. I got rid of that shit.
I know. When I got old, about your age, I felt old. That's when I deteriorated. I should have took some of that testosterone pills.
Oh, no, because you had to be black and like white women
Oh, wow.
for that to work.
Well, that ain't gonna work. I'm not gonna be able to be black. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
I used to tan so much that my eyebrows and my eyelashes turned like albino white,
When I was
and I had a great tan.
when my little boy was born, they kept saying his eyelashes and his eyebrows are just like yours. And because he was blonde and he had blonde curly hair. I never had curly hair, but his mama did.
But he was a good-looking boy.
He was a good looking boy. I'll just show you his picture later. But he is a good looking kid. He was a fucking Marine, so of course he was a good looking kid.
He was a manly man.
And he came from good stock.
Oh, there you go.
But he had my nose, poor bastard.
Well, that's like my son. I always say he's a good kid. I just feel bad that he looks just like me.
All these other, I'm like, they're gonna call you a Jew for the rest of your life because of your nose. He's like, do you think
one strike on a
do
whiteboard?
you think my nose is big? I'm like, well, yeah, we're Middle Eastern, son. So.
I don't think your nose is big, to be honest with you. Mine's bigger than yours. Mine just, maybe.
Well, because you're older than I am, because you grow, your ears and your nose never stop growing.
Oh man! By the time I die, I'm gonna have
You're
elephant
gonna be
ears.
Jamie fucking Farr.
Oh, there's something
running
to do.
around in a dress in the Korean War.
Oh my God, I can see it now.
That was funny. Jamie Farr was so good in that movie, in that show.
Yeah, that was a good long running show.
No, it was a great show. I loved it. Now, that's how old we are. That's the weird boomers, and I'm not even a boomer.
Yeah, technically, I forget what.
Tim is a boomer. I'm not a boomer.
Did I fall into that?
You are a
barely.
boomer.
Right
No,
the tail
you're a
end.
boomer. I'm not. I'm an extra.
Extra.
I'm an extra.
That's why you go on the computer and go on X.
I'm a
And I don't even know what X is.
I'm a latchkey kid, is what they, our parents, most people, their mom stayed home. The boomers, their mom stayed home. Their dad worked at factories because they had union jobs. They actually got fucking paid what they were worth.
That describes my family.
And dad got insurance, and if you broke your arm, you just took them to the hospital.
Yep.
And it didn't matter.
No worries.
Not a Gen Xer. not
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, I can't even afford to get my prescription pills anymore.
Gen Xers, yeah, that's either. Gen Xers are. We were latchkey kids because our moms went to work and our dads went to work, and
they locked your ass out of the house.
And we learned how to. You asked me, when did you learn how to cook? About the time that I learned how to pee in the toilet, because that was about the soonest My mom goes, okay, no more diapers. Okay, I'm going over and open up this other restaurant.
You're on your own, kid.
My mom had the coffee kettle, Marion lunch, and the truck stop at one time in like 73, all at one time running. At one time.
She was a hard-working lady for being crazy as hell.
She was crazy as fuck. Well, it's cocaine, dude. You think they didn't have cocaine in the early 70s? Yes, they did.
They sure did. It just wasn't as popular as it was in the 80s.
And not only that, when she got too hyped up on that, she would drink it down. And then when she got too much, she would just take the barbiturates and just kind of even itself out.
Yeah, you know, maintained with drugs and alcohol.
We do not advocate any drug use. However,
alcohol abuse, I don't mind that.
Alcohol abuse.
My wife minds that I don't. But
Well,
she drinks as much as I do. She'll drink a Service tumbler. She drinks a Service tumbler with ice and scotch as fast as I can drink a beer.
I have never seen her drunk, but I've seen her piss a lot.
Well, it goes hand in hand.
She's never very happy.
That's because she's never very straight.
Well, yesterday she didn't yell at me.
She was just probably busting your balls.
She was,
but she has a real rough way about going at things.
And then I'm like, well, here, hold these. She goes, I don't want those. I'm like, God, these are beets. I want to because Tony loves beets.
You're lucky she didn't walk off with the damn things because she loves those pickled beets.
These fucking things are like $12 a jar.
That's why she didn't walk off.
I'm like, hold on to these because I got to go over here and find these big beets.
She buys those $1.49 little cans.
So did Tony. I told Tony, oh no, they're good too.
They're not bad at all. I love them.
Oh no, you got to see. Sometimes things in cans are better.
They say the beets are supposed to be really good for you.
Oh well,
I like beating it.
And that is my friend pervert. Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking Michael Jackson. Beat it.
Have you ever?
Well, God, now you think about that with Michael Jackson. Popular song, "Beat It." What's he trying to suggest?
He was talking about beating up people in the gang.
Oh.
He certainly was not talking about masturbating.
I'm pretty sure he wasn't.
I really don't think he was guilty of that shit.
I don't think he was either. I think he just wanted to relive a childhood he never had. He had the money to do it. That's why he made an amusement park on his own property.
They said, well, he always had these kids in his bedroom. Well, his bedroom was 2 fucking stories.
Yeah. And he wanted to be around kids to feel that feeling of being a child. Because he was a child prodigy when he was with the
I think prodigy is overused. I mean, this was a little black kid with a high-pitched voice. I think prodigy.
But they were huge, man. I mean, those guys made shit ton of money
before
they were 20. I pissed away about what he made in a day in my whole life.
Yeah, well, we all wish that we had that
kind of greenback. Yeah,
we all wish that we had that kind of what do you call it? Money.
I watched a movie yesterday called Benjamins. It's all about the Benjamins.
Yeah,
and Benjamins are on a $100 bill.
Right.
So it's like, it's all about the money, honey.
It's all about the money, honey.
Yeah. You want the prettiest girl in town to date you? You better have a stash of cash. And a hot car.
That's always.
When I was young, I had a little of both.
I never. Hold on. This might not be right.
I had a 165-mile-an-hour car, and I was good looking at the time.
Well, you're still all right. I mean,
I can get by.
I'm not saying I'd fuck you or nothing, but I mean, yeah.
No, that's a bonus. I appreciate the thought, though. Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying. I'm not saying you're. Oh, you know what? That's bullshit. Hold on, that's bullshit. Hold on, I don't need this one. Is that the one?
That's where he goes into the top.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, where he tries to get the grain from the top.
Well, yeah, but I got the whole new one.
They're thrifty little squirrelies.
I can't find that shit either.
Well, it's because you got 3 bazillion.
Oh, no, I was telling Robin that last night. I said, I'm so pissed at myself because I have such a
repertoire of files.
I have a lot of shit.
Well, you got to keep 365,000 followers happy.
Yeah, I know.
So you got to have a lot of stuff.
And see, I don't see that's not it.
No, that's the walk down.
That's not it. That's not it. And I have it saved somewhere. Gosh darn it. I don't know where they save everything. Close your eyes.
Just pretend you're not seeing this and keep
No,
talking.
no, that's not it. No.
No,
I have it somewhere.
I do admit, though, that I like this steel
I like that shit,
reveal or reserve.
Reserve, yeah.
I don't get the 211 on the side. I don't know what that means.
Robin said that he thinks
Slope
that
Brewing.
Robin said he thinks that means the content. Where in the hell?
I don't know, but it's good. I don't give a shit what it says on
No,
the
it does say it's good. It's got a good.
The steel company makes it. The Brewing Steel Company. It's BC.
It's still reserved. I have it right here. If anyone wants to buy it,
you can get it at your local store.
Or
we can send it to you with a serious upgrade in price.
Yeah, you're better off just to you're better off just to do it this way. But where the hell is it? For that. Yeah, that's what we're drinking.
So if you see that in the store, ignore the price tag. Just give it a try.
I don't know how much it was.
It was more than we'd like to pay. That's what we can say. We don't have to be specific.
I don't know how much they were.
Oh, speaking of more than we'd pay, this is ridiculous. Michael Jordan's jersey that he wore in some special basketball game originally sold for like $4,700 at an auction, and then the person that bought it never showed up to pick it up. So
he probably bought it himself.
So it went back to auction and sold for significantly more.
Well,
twice.
But if that guy never showed up, then he never got charged for it.
Well, I don't know about that. But anyway,
I mean, because he wouldn't have...
once you sign for it, you sign for it. Whether you pick it up or down is on you. But it recently sold. This is one basketball jersey with an autograph, fully sweated out, $4.2 million. That is freaking crazy.
Well,
there ain't a shirt on earth that's worth, unless God wore it or Jesus wore it, I ain't paying $4.2 million for a freaking jersey that you can't wear.
I gotta see proof of Jesus and God before I pay that much for a jersey.
Well, yeah, and if you could prove that Jesus wore that some bitch, it'd be like $1 trillion.
Yeah, and well, you know, they say the Shroud of Turin is fake, so
you know, I've heard both ways on that. I'm on the fence with it personally, but man, I'll tell you what, it sure does look realistic.
Well, it does,
and it's time dated approximately where it should be.
You know what? You can't believe that carbon dated shit.
Yeah, that they changed.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure that we can hear us because I've changed I changed the format.
Ah, I see. And also, what else did I see? Oh, here's something that I just can't believe, that Netflix thinks that a live action series with real people that they want to put out next year of Scooby-Doo.
All right, look.
Can you believe people are going to want to watch that shit?
Netflix.
When I was 12, that was cute and funny.
Netflix thinks that making George Washington black is fun.
Well, there you have it.
So, I mean.
But Netflix is like going off the deep end.
I remember in the 80s and in the 90s, if you watch a documentary, it was like real shit. Now it's just some imaginary bullshit that some weird fucking.
Yeah, I think half the news is that AI stuff. They just make it up.
Robin kept telling me last night.
Oh, that was a freshen.
Well, damn, you drank that quick.
Hey, it was that good.
It is good. By the way, our rating for the still review, I'm going to give it a 11 out of 10.
Wow. I'm going to go a solid 10.
I'm going to go solid.
I like to stay within our boundaries.
No, I'm stepping up.
I'll go 10 plus. I won't add a number to my rating list.
Okay, well, I will. Because
it's your prerogative, my friend.
It's my channel.
Yeah.
He's just my he's just the reason we have the show.
Yeah. I'm just Ed McMahon.
No, actually, in this world, I'm the Ed McMahon. So
I'm not.
Tim is
that
the
good.
one with the knowledge. I'm the one with the sitting here.
Oh, and here's something else that I heard on the news this morning that just I could not freaking believe. An 8-year-old is trying to carjack these people in a car with a realistic looking fake gun. They looked at this 11-year-old and went, "Fuck you," and drove off. Now this little kid got arrested and he's in some deep, deep shit.
Please tell me he's black.
They didn't actually show because he's underage.
Okay, so
and they
he's
didn't
black.
say.
They didn't show he's black.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with you on that.
Yeah, because a white kid doesn't have the guts to do that shit.
A carjacking at 11.
Okay.
He can't even reach the fucking pedals.
I don't know, man. These black kids are tall.
Well, that's true.
I'm not saying.
Hey, you want us to lose our sports sponsorships? Them boys is tall because they's made to jump.
Or as
what famous commentator said something similar to that?
Jimmy the Greek said, they took big bucks and bred them big broads and made big babies. And that's why we got these big football players.
Didn't Howard Cosell say something? They were born to run or something?
No, it was Jimmy the Greek. He did it.
Greek? No.
And that's what ruined his career. And
yeah, because you don't hear nothing. Well, he's probably dead, but now
he is dead. But what's worse is, I said it a bunch of times, but if you go watch any NFL game on any given Sunday or any given Saturday or any college game, fuck it, any high school game, what you have is they go and they recruit these black kids from the inner city and they get them to play.
Right.
So basically, you've got West Side gang fighting East Side gang in the football. The only difference is they don't have pistols and they're using the football. That's the only fucking difference.
Footballs and helmets.
And then sometimes they rip them. Footballs get as bad as hockey.
Oh yeah, they'll headbutt your shit, man.
Yeah. Oh no. What did you say about my mama?
Yeah, don't talk about my mama.
And then when the game is over, they go and kill each other.
I almost beat up one of my best friends growing up because he said something about my mother being fat.
Yeah.
And
was he fat?
Yeah. But I didn't like it. No.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know. She's kind of pretty.
I like hot fat chicks.
But she was pretty anyway. I'll show you pictures.
Front butt.
But I chased him around a snowmobile in the snow. He was a small guy, about a foot shorter than me. And man, I could not catch that little jackrabbit son of a bitch to save my life. Because Steve Sispansky, I almost had you.
Steve Sispansky. Hey, listen.
Guess what nationality he was? Sispansky. SCZEPANSKI is the trick.
Well, no, because sometimes they're Y, but he could be anything from Polish to.
You nailed it.
He could be anywhere from Polish to Ukrainian to Russian.
We didn't have Ukrainians in the 70s.
To Jewish. Yes, we did. To Jewish. To
none where I lived. We only had one black kid in the whole damn school.
No, that was us.
I mean, that's the redneck school there.
We had 2 black kids in our school in Omaha, and they were brothers.
Yeah. Well, there were 2, but never at once.
And they spoke better English than we did. But then when you went to their house to visit them, their mama was 3 Tonys. Always sat out in front of the garage door, white as a sheet.
Oh yeah. Daddy
was black as the ace of spades, and the daddy talked proper English. And she was like, "What's up, dude? Who do you be?"
Yeah, it's because sitting there drinking freaking
ripples
all day.
Watching Fred Sanford learning how to talk. Because the kids were proper fucking awesome kids.
Well, this Adam that I grew up with, he was a year younger than me. His mom was a white Polish girl, and his dad was a black guy. And I'll tell you what, he was a good-looking black kid. He had the typical fro hair.
Pubic hair, yeah.
But man, he was a good-looking kid. He was all right.
Yeah.
And I liked him. He's a friend of mine. He dated my sister for a little while.
No homo.
Not a mo.
No homo. We just want to go ahead and clear that up. No homo.
No, not at all. But he was a nice-looking guy, and he got all the girls.
No homo.
No homo. He got all the damn girls.
Well, of course he did, because the black
he didn't get mine.
The black guys got that in the Mississippi black snake.
There you go. That's rumor.
That's not.
Yeah, it is. I know that for a fact.
No, I've spent many a time in many a barracks and many a shower.
Oh, yeah, maybe you got a little more insight than I did. I
I
only had one girl's permanent confirmation that I was better off than her black husband that she had 5 kids with. So,
yeah, well, he definitely wasn't married to her.
actually, he was, and he ended up dying from some kind of drug deal. I don't know.
He probably ended up dying because he was the only black guy that ever married his baby mama.
Yeah, you can't be doing that.
Yeah, well, we got rules. You can't get welfare if we're married.
That's right.
You can't get food stamps.
She always said he was an entrepreneur. In other words, a self-employed person. And I said, what's he do? And she goes, he rides around a lot.
Yeah, on a bicycle.
No, in a van, and he had like a Caprice at one time too. She ended up with a Caprice.
What had happened was
he was dealing drugs.
What had happened was I was on my bicycle, and then the police came, and I turned left when I should have turned right.
I ride my bicycle. Remember that stupid song?
I love that song.
It was funny.
Queen.
No, it was a single individual, I think. Oh God, I can't think of it. I can hear the song in my head. Oh, okay. Here.
Oh, you know what you're thinking about is Motorcycle, maybe by Arlo Guthrie.
That could very well.
I want to ride my bike.
That might be it. Yeah.
I just want to eat a pickle. I want to ride on my motorcycle.
I want to eat a pickle, but not with pig's feet involved.
No. But you know what? Now I'm going to have to go buy raw pig feet and smoke them.
Oh, my God, you're killing me.
And then I'm going to have them taste them that way.
I'll try anything once, maybe twice.
I thought about going and getting some smoked oysters out of there and having us taste those.
They'd cost more than the beer times 3.
But here's the thing, right? Because I got the smoked oysters. But I was like, it wouldn't be fair if I wouldn't eat that shit too. And I ain't no fucking way I'm eating Tony's smoked oysters. Tony loves that shit. I'm like, I ain't eating that shit.
My wife and I went on a little weekend retreat, like a 3-day run. We used to do that all the time, go to the shore. And we stayed at this hotel off season that had its own restaurant bar, and we'd go down there for breakfast. We were the only people in the whole place.
Right.
And they catered to us like crazy. Well, we'd get there when it was off season, like say at 7:00 for breakfast. And there's a girl behind the bar, and I says, can you get me a screwdriver? I like to start my day with a screwdriver.
Me too.
Especially on vacation. And she says, oh, I'm just the cleaning lady. She says, and I really don't know how to, my wife wanted a Bloody Mary. She says, I don't really know how to make a Bloody Mary, but if you want to come back here behind the bar, you can make it yourself. Man, I'll tell you what, that was a free-for-all, man. Yeah. We sat there for half a day, and I had fresh oysters, like 10 at a time, for like $6. This place was just like giving them away.
Do you know anybody local that I can get oysters from?
Personally, no, I do not. I don't know. I would say Publix has the best seafood that's fresh as you're going to get around here, and they have a whole section.
I'll go to the coast. I'll go to Fort Myers to get it.
Oh, well, I don't know anymore because most of Fort Myers is gone from the hurricane.
That means that the oyster beds are probably awesome.
That's very true.
So,
yeah, I'm sure there's somebody over that way, and that's a great place to visit.
They get oysters. My wife loves raw oysters.
I like them too.
Well, I'm not worried about Tim. I can't afford both of them.
Well, that's true. My wife tells me that about me every day. She goes, I can't afford you.
But I'm so worried about you yesterday, too.
Why is that?
Because we started the whole show with 4 beers. I was like, Jesus Christ.
That bastard's going to die.
No, I thought I was.
Well, the nice thing was, the first job I had to go to, he always has beer for me. And when I got there, he comes out and he walks me in, shows me where the I had to check the breakers, replace 2 light bulbs, and some other dumb little trivial thing. And I made $50 and drank his beer. And I was in and out of there in 45 minutes.
That's all you got to do. That's the life, man.
I loved it. And today I got to go back.
That's retirement.
And put a garbage disposal in for them
Oh, I see.
that I just happen to have.
You already have the garbage disposal?
Yeah, I got it off a job. It looks brand new. It's going to cost him $50 for the disposal,
Yeah,
plus the labor.
that's good business.
That's good business. And before that,
Because he's not getting fucked, he's saving money.
oh yeah, he's going to be happy as hell.
He's
Because I
saving
told
money.
him was well over $100 for a new disposal, which
Oh,
it
yeah,
is.
it is. Like I think I paid $140 for the one that I
Yeah.
bought
But this
10
thing's
years
like
ago.
pristine, never been used kind of thing. But before that, I have to leave the show a little early. I got to go at 6:45 or 8:45. I got to go to Crystal's because that sink I put in her son's little apartment garage
It's leaking.
supposedly has a leak somewhere. Now you
It's
think
got to be one of them elbows.
I would think it's probably in the
Because you
drain.
remember you were dealing with those elbows. See, my memory is really fucked
there
up.
was,
Isn't it?
we had some funky drain deals going there.
My memory is that fucked up. You were saying yesterday how my memory is so crazy.
It is. You can.
I remember all
shit.
that shit. I remember every bit of that crystal deal, and I kept saying, "Take videos of it."
I should have.
I took a video of his work.
Yeah.
He never takes a video of my work. I don't do any.
Just looked over
Oh,
with
by
that.
the way,
Oh my God, face.
look over there.
What?
That's that thing that we're supposed to take over the chum buckets.
Oh, that's the back.
Oh
seat.
yeah, that's gonna be our that's gonna be our
Our live streamer.
yeah. Well, you're gonna have to figure out how to put that shit together.
Oh my God.
There's a whole bunch of shit in there that I can't figure out, dude. I sat up here this morning at 3:00.
Is there destructions that came with it?
Yeah, well, there's some.
Any
But
pictures?
yes, but
Pictures are worth 1,000 words.
they're all in there.
I'll
And
have
we
to
will
look it
put
over.
the camera up for Tim so y'all can watch Tim.
Yeah, we'll do it. I'll put it in there if you'd like. I'll put it in
No,
here.
easy now with those words. You was already talking gay stuff earlier.
We'll put the seat protector in here, and Chum Bucket only lives one street away. We'll run over there, and you can film it live.
No, I figured you could do all that. I
Maybe
wouldn't have to leave the house.
bullshit.
I left the house.
How am I going to hold the camera?
I left the house yesterday.
If you're a parking lot attendant, I'm not.
That's the old one. That's the one that scares Tim to death every
The
day.
damn ghost kicking in on the show. We'll work something out. If I have to, I have to.
No, I'll do it. I don't give a fuck. I mean, I talk a lot of shit, but I don't really.
Are you a real Floridian? You were born here, raised here?
Born and raised here?
Well, what did Ponce de Leon come to Florida looking for?
The Fountain of Youth.
Guess what?
He found it in St. Augustine.
Guess what?
He didn't find it.
It's obvious not. He's dead. But historians now say that Ponce de Leon
Was gay.
he spotted Florida from the sea the first time in 1513, and he called it something the Island of Flowers.
Right. That's the
Like
flora
something, yeah.
flora fauna.
But there is no real evidence that he came here looking for the famous Fountain of Youth.
Really?
That might just been a sidetrack to him. And that's what we were always taught that he did. He actually was like a pirate because he came here looking for gold and fortune and cheap labor like slavery. Well, all you're going to find at that point in time was
Drinking in the. You're gonna find Suno.
yeah, all he's going to find is Indians, and they did
And
not
they
want
didn't
to
fuck
play.
around. No, they didn't.
No.
Listen, I'll tell you what. I don't know about much. I know a lot about Miccosukee. The Miccosukee tribe, which is really the Creed. The Creed was running from. There was this Trail of Tears, right?
Right.
Where they marched all the Indians to Oklahoma, which is why Oklahoma's so sad. Which is why I have to tell you, it doesn't make any sense that Oklahoma people are so sad and horrible, and Texas is so happy when it's just a line. It's just an imaginary line.
Yeah.
But Oklahoma people are just so sad.
I've never been there, so I could not say.
I'm here to tell you. It's a shithole. Anyway, I'm a Texan by proxy. My wife is a Texan. I lived in Texas. I was stationed in Texas, but I never ever hurt anybody in Texas.
Well, that's always a good thing.
Probably the only state I've ever been to that never shot anybody.
There ain't no warrants in Texas.
No, I got no warrants nowhere. As far as I know.
Yeah, that time lapse thing has gone by.
No, because every time I go get my driver's license renewed, they go, "No, you can't, but I can give you an ID because you can't see." That's what they always say. Can you do the eye test? I'm like, sure.
If you'd like me to fail, I will
like,
certainly
like, sure. And they're like, okay, well, we're not going to give you a driver's license, but we will give you this ID. It's just as good. Just don't drive anywhere.
Oh, well, that works.
Because please don't drive anywhere. That's what they say. Please stay as far away from the vehicle as you can. Because have you ever seen like the car doors like here? And I'm like,
you're like reaching at the top of the window.
Find that shit. I'm like, look at her stuff. Yeah, it's bad.
Well, that's like Chumbucket's wife. She went to get her license renewed, and they did the eye test, and they said, "Did you drive here?" And which will give you a clue on where this story's going. And she goes, "Yeah." And they says, "Well, I don't recommend you drive out because from what we can see, you're legally blind."
Yeah, that's what that does.
So she went and had the cataract surgery done.
Cataract.
Yeah, that one.
Cataract.
She went and had that done on her eyes.
Cadillacs are what black people drive. Cataracts are what white people get.
So anyway, she went and had them done, and now she can see, so she's happy and has a legal license.
No. See, mine aren't cataracts. Like my eyes do not have the white film over them.
Oh, is that how you tell?
Huh?
Is that how you tell?
Yeah.
I thought that just meant you were freaking blind.
No, cataracts give you this white film over your eyes. You have to peel it off.
Oh, yeah, that sounds fun.
They do LASIK surgery. Tony had it done, and it didn't work. But
yeah, my friend Jim had it done, and he's about 3/4 blind as a bat, but he drives. He didn't even have a license as long as I've known him, but he owns the Ford dealership.
Right.
He'd drive from Pennsylvania to Florida, no problem. I think he just drove by Braille.
You drive like an adult, they treat you like an adult.
Whether you can see who's arresting you or not.
That's but no, seriously, that's what I've always been told. When I worked in prisons, and I worked in Navy brigs, and I worked in Marine brigs.
Yeah, if you act well, they'll treat you
and
well.
They said that, yeah, if you don't drive like an asshole, then the cops won't treat you like one. So you never drink when you drive, and you just drive. Except for me, I'll be driving in other people's lanes. I'll be like, I've been thinking I'm doing great. No, not me. No, because
it's like, hey, why is these headlights coming straight at me?
That's why I don't drive.
I think I need to get on the other side of the road or the other side of the car.
I was out of cigars and shit the other day. I'm like, Tim, can you come get me and take me? He's like, I would, but I'm not home. But he didn't tell me that till like 3 hours later.
Well, I usually leave my phone in the truck when I'm working.
Yeah,
because I don't want to roll over on it.
Well, I saw your truck there. You were gone with your wife.
Oh, yeah, that could be.
No. Remember it was the other day.
Yeah, we were out drinking.
Yeah, y'all were out. I said Tim must have got paid.
We were having a little lunch and drink afternoon. Guess what the number one top song today was? I won't make it. There's too many to choose from.
No.
Remember that
year?
song?
What year?
Was called.
What year? Just don't tell me the song. What year?
Shit, I didn't write that down. Well, that was stupid. But
I can't guess it. I don't know what year.
I know I can't either because I done screwed the pooch on that.
Great. That's
like
good.
At today's birthday, the number one song was "Stop" by the Supremes. Stop in the name of love. You know that song.
Stop.
That was number one. And I meant to write the year, and I did not.
Well, that had to be 78, probably.
I was thinking it was in the 60s for some reason.
No, really?
Yeah, because that's an old song. Well,
I know.
Half the Supremes are probably dead.
Yeah.
Well, the
Diana
lead,
Ross is. Yeah, she just died.
The lead singer, because the news guy said he just saw her in Tampa, and she's like 87, and he said she was great. So whoever one of the singers was, he saw from that group. I think he said it couldn't be Diana Ross. I'm pretty sure she.
Yeah, Diana Ross has been dead.
Well, you only get that way once.
That's what they say. Okay, "Stop in the Name of Love," a signature song by the Supremes, reached number one in 1965. You were right, sir.
Yes, sir.
You were right. Well, that's because he's older and taller than me.
Not to mention, I watched it on the news an hour ago.
Hey, I don't want to stop everything, but I was at a bar one time, right?
And a preacher walked in.
No, at one of these Irish bars. And I was sitting there watching the news, and this whole lot was sitting right next to me. And we were watching the news, and it said, breaking news. 3 people break into the Sebring airport and rob 3 airplanes and leave. And I said,
"Where's the Sebring Airport?"
I said, well, it's right down there. It's right down there.
It's actually at the racetrack.
Well,
Sebring
whatever,
racetrack.
but it's down there. Anyway,
Yeah,
I said,
down yonder.
I don't know. I don't leave. Anyway, I said, well, I bet you that the cops shot all 3 of them. And the guy said, I bet they didn't. I said, okay, well, I bet you 5 beers that they did.
He goes, well, I win because I was one of them.
And he said, okay, well, I'll bet you. And so then the rest of the news story played out. They said, well, they shot them all. He went to buy me my beers, and I said, look, man, to be fair, I saw this news story earlier on the TV. It's not fair for me to take your money. He goes, no, it is fair because I saw it too. I just didn't think they were stupid enough to do it again.
Well played.
Yeah, well played.
Well, speaking of played, you want to play the birthday game? I got good ones
I'm
today.
kind of sad because I really fucked it up yesterday.
Well, you didn't screw it up today.
Yeah.
It's Quentin Tarantino's birthday. You know, the famous producer.
The gay guy? Yeah.
What do you think his age is?
67.
-5, 62.
Oh, my God. He's younger than me?
He's the same.
No,
as
he's
me.
younger than
Older.
you.
No,
All
he's
right.
same as me. I'm 62.
Oh, I keep telling everyone you're 64.
Oh, thanks.
There.
That must look that bad, huh?
No, that's what I thought you told me. So what do I know?
All right. Michael York, who was Basil on Austin Powers, you know, like his boss dude. He always comes in and goes, "Hello, Basil," and he says, "Well, here's your new car." He was kind of like Q on
Q? I don't know. I'm just gonna say 97.
83.
I don't know because I don't have a frame of reference. I didn't watch that.
Okay, that's fair. Here's one you know, Mariah Carey. How old do you think she is?
Man, can I be mean or honest?
I would go with honest because I did not think she was this old.
54.
Close, 56.
Yeah.
Fergie, a singer. You'd never know her, I'm sure.
I know
don't.
exactly who she is.
Do you really?
I would like to run up into her guts and just shake my dick off in it.
Well, there's one way to put it, folks. And how old might she be today?
Fergie? Let's see. You got to take away the fact that she's been drilled more times than the oil fields in Texas.
I'm betting you're going to go low.
I'm betting that I'm going to go 63.
Way high.
Really?
50. It's only 50.
Really?
Yeah, I was shocked. I didn't think she was that old.
Well, I mean, you know what happens when you do the smoke meat?
Yeah, and you get old.
You get, well, yeah.
All right, here's one that I remembered her voice because she was that second version that was kind of like a live action version of Little Mermaid. She was the Little Mermaid, and she was a singer. Her name, at first I thought it was Halle Berry, and they said her age, and I go, what? It's Halle Bailey. She's a pretty young blonde girl. There's a cute little trick you got the insight. How old? I could be her great grandfather. Take another guess.
28?
25.
Jesus Christ. I don't know none of these people.
Well, I didn't watch The Little Mermaid.
I know the old people that die.
Well, these are people that are alive.
I'm not good at those.
Well, maybe we'll have to switch it up and go with Guess who died today? In 1901.
I'm good with them when they're old. With these young people, I don't know. I have no idea.
Oh, I know. When they do like those music awards, I have no freaking clue who the hell any of these people are.
There's this big guy that they think is the next second coming of Christ, Tom McDonald. Have you heard of him?
I've heard the name, but I don't really know of him.
He's got, I don't know what's going on with these fucking people that feel like they have to tattoo their face all up and shit. And,
oh, there's a singer that does that. He looks like
that Post Malone. Oh, he looks retarded. He is absolutely retarded.
He's actually a pretty good singer.
No, I don't think so.
But he's a freak.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't get past the fucking, you got to get.
If you never saw him, you'd say that guy's not bad.
Yeah.
But once you see him, you're like, well, this guy's a freak.
Yeah, this one I wanted to start beating him in the head with a fucking axe handle.
I just want to take and get a really sharp razor, like the old style, and just cut those off for him.
Hey, man. Oh, yeah, see.
He
Oh,
looks
you know
terrible.
what? I'll tell you something about prison. I watched this little guy. He was a little Puerto Rican. And he had a Latin King tattoo on his arm and on his chest.
Which means gang related
And
or
on his
something.
belly. So the Latin King said, with their little weird handshake or whatever, he didn't know the handshake. That's the woodpecker.
I thought it was a machine gun.
He didn't know the handshake. So they said, okay, you got 12 hours to cut those tattoos off, or we'll
do it for you.
And they ended up doing it for him. They cut him off. They skinned that shit right off. Skinned it right off, man. You don't. I'm telling you,
that'll leave a mark.
I'm telling you, prison is the fucking greatest place in the world when it comes to society, because it's
a no bullshit zone.
That's right, because it's like you don't lie, you don't bullshit. This is the straight up.
Yeah. You claim you're with one of these groups,
it's
you
like
better
people
be
with
true.
stolen valor when they say, "Oh, I was a Navy SEAL and I was a Marine Recon, and I was an Army Ranger." Okay, then we're gonna start cutting your fucking tattoos off.
My ex in college dated this guy who was quite a few years older than her, probably 10 or more, I'm not sure. But he used to lie about his age constantly. And he always claimed he was in Vietnam. Well, I found out his real age. He wasn't 6 years old when Vietnam was going on. He was a lying piece of
There was
shit.
a lot of that in the 70s, though.
God, what a dick that guy. I hated him so much. Instead of going to his house, he lived about 5 blocks from where I was living. And he was dating the girl I ended up marrying first. And I hated, my first wife. And I hated him so much. And he had this custom van that they were fancy in the 70s and 80s. It was Ford van, all tricked out.
Yeah, we called those windowless vans where you kidnap kids. But go ahead.
But I went because I hated him so much. Instead of just like giving him one flat tire, because you have a spare, I gave him 2. So you ain't going nowhere, bitch.
I think we talked about him before because I told you that I had a friend that did a complete, total, awesome van remod, and he called it. One was plum crazy, and one was wild cherry.
Oh wow!
And they were all carpeted inside. That was just like he was fucking bitches in them.
Oh yeah, that's all this van
in the 80s.
Yeah, a shaggin' wagon.
Yeah, the shaggin' wagon. I have not heard that in a long time. You know,
well, what do you think the van on Scooby Doo is for? You don't think that?
I don't think you ever listened to the 2 guys that took over for Rush Limbaugh are
did he retire or die?
He's dead.
Oh, that'll finish the show.
Yeah. It's Clay something. I don't know what the fucking guy's name is. And Buck Sexton. And Buck Sexton is a former CIA agent, and he had this weird hairdo, and they always called him Shaggin' Wagon Buck.
How would you like to walk up to a door in official capacity and say, "Hello, I'm Officer Sexton.
And Buck
May I
Sexton.
come in?" No, buddy. I don't deal with porn stars. Move on.
Tony said.
And he probably had a cheesy mustache.
No, he didn't. Tony, no, he didn't have a cop mustache. Tony said, the sexton from the church wants to build me a nativity scene. I said, what the fuck is a sexton in the church? He said, well, he takes care of things. I'm like, oh, God.
I bet he does. With that name.
He's a sexton. So I guess sextons actually have a real thing.
Look at that, where he's doing a cameo.
Yeah, he loves it.
He's up close and personal.
He loves it. I am fucking so beer out that we could probably end this shit and I could go to sleep.
I'm all right with it. I got things to do anyhow.
Well, you said you had to leave at 8:30.
Well, I could have left at 8:45, but 8:12 looks good.
Yeah, 8:12 looks good. All right, we're out.
All right, kick this bitch off. Ain't nobody watching or listening anyway.
Yeah, so fuck you.
Tired of it.
Yeah. Done.
Peace out.
Beer for Breakfast Morning Show is brought to you by Ground Up Remodeling. Tim will take care of your needs from the ground up. Truly one of the best in Lake Placid, and we wouldn't let anyone else work on our handyman or home improvement needs. Call Tim today.